Hi guys, my name is Bihzhu and I'm from Penang, and today I'm just going to share with you my journey, and I titled it The Hard Way after my song. So, my musical journey started when I was in college. I formed a band with my friend called Rhapsody, and I was in this band. We played a lot of gigs, but I never thought that it would be a feasible career choice. And after graduation, I started working as a writer in a men's fashion magazine. And until one day, you know how these things happen. You feel like, maybe this job is not for me, but, the pay is good, the perks are nice, you just stick with it for a while. And then until it gets that voice inside of you just says, no, this is not quite for me. And it gets so loud until you can't deny it anymore. So one day I read this quote. And if you can see it, I'll just read it out. It says, if you can dream something, you can do it. As long as you do not align your actions with your dreams, you are not fulfilling your destiny. So if I could trace it back to one moment when I decided, I'm going to take this leap, it would be when I read this quote. It spoke so directly to me. Like, I had a dream. I wanted to sing. And what was I doing? Not really singing. I mean, I was, but I wasn't giving it my full attention. And as we all know, when you don't give your full attention to something, it just kind of stays there, doesn't grow. So I finally quit my job in 2009 and was like so excited that now my band and I can, go like really far. But halfway through the year, in 2010, my bandmate moved to Singapore. She was Indonesian and couldn't get a working permit here, even she was here for many, many years, and she just left. And I went into a little depression. I was like, oh no, how am I going to eat? I rely on her to help me write songs, and I just felt really, really small. Until it got to a point where I was asking myself, like, is that it? Am I just going to give up? So I decided, okay, you know what, maybe I could be brave and try to be a solo artist. But then, as usual, these things come to mind. So this is just a little sample of the fears that was attacking me then, oh, I'm not good enough, I don't play a musical instrument, what if I suck? I really like clothes, as my mom can prove, and musicians really are broke all the time. Yeah, they are. If anyone tells you like making music is a glamorous profession and you're gonna earn big bucks straight away, they're lying. Okay? So all these fears was running through my head, and I had the fortune to go to America in 2011, and I attended a workshop by a musician, and he said this. I'm gonna let you read it for yourself. And he also said one thing. At the workshop, he said, if at this moment you're thinking like you're not technically good, you're bad at singing, there are other people better than you, and if you're thinking that right now, just stop. Because if you're doing it out of love, that is good enough. And when I read this quote and at the workshop and he said that to me, it was like really that pivotal moment where I had to decide, like, why do I want to make music in the first place? Is it because I want to be the best? Is it because I'm afraid of not being good enough and I want to prove to the world that I'm good enough? Is it because I'm afraid that in 30 years I might look back and regret it? Are my reasons for making music motivated by fear? Or are they motivated by love? So this was something I had to really ask myself. Are you willing to not shop for 6 months to make music? Do you really want it that bad? I think all of us will reach that decision for ourselves when you want to do something that you're passionate about. And what I'm trying to share is just like how every single decision I make is really a fight between love or fear. Some of us might do things like because you want to be the best and you're afraid of not succeeding, of not achieving anything in life. And that could be your initial drive. Nothing wrong with that. It's just for us to discover what is your motivation. So I sat down really long and hard and thought carefully about it, and I told myself, you know what, I want to make music because when I sing, my heart is just filled with love. And I want to share that love. And once I had reached that decision, it was like everything, this is like so cliched, I'm sorry, but it was really like a huge cloud lifted and the path was somewhat clear. So I literally 2 weeks after I made the decision that yes, I'm going to be a solo singer, I'm going to give it a try, doesn't care if my songs suck, I like them, the world can, no, I like them. So 2 weeks after I decided to do this, a friend gave me a call and said, hey, I'm working in a project, it's called Share the Love, and they basically asked local musicians to contribute an original song, which they were going to sponsored by Julie's Biscuits, and they did this movement called Share the Love because they believed in breaking down boundaries and literally just sharing love with the whole world. So I contributed a song, and I was one of the 5 artists who were selected, and we went around to the fire station, police station, you know, hospitals, the garbage guys, the newspaper vendors, and just gave them free cookies and a free CD with all the songs from the 5 musicians. And at the end of that, they did a mini concert in their factory in Malacca, right? Julie's Biscuits closed down their factories for 6 hours just so their employees could enjoy a concert. And they were the absolutely great example of what love really does. And that if you look at the picture of the audience, that was the first time I heard someone singing my song back to me, and it was like, whoa, okay, nice. I cannot describe it, it's like, nice. And then after that, I slowly started to meet a lot of people, and I came up with an album. You know, couldn't have done it without other people who were equally as passionate about their business. I met, I don't know if you know of a bassist in Malaysia called Andy Peterson. He's like a legend. He played with, you know, Jay Chow, Ame, and a lot of major stars. I asked him, Uncle Andy, could you play on my album? He said, yeah, sure. I paid everyone who worked on my album, but 80% below market rate. And Uncle Andy played for 3 songs, and he took only 100 ringgit. And you know what he asked me? Girl, enough ah. I give you back 50 some more. I was like, no, cannot. But it's like people like Uncle Andy and everyone else who worked on the album, they were doing it simply because they loved music so much. And I need to shout out to my parents. It was because of them who loved me so much that they helped me make my album a reality. And so, you know, the album came out, was really cool, and then, you know, the media interviews came, I got on TV, on radio, on the paper, and, you know, everyone started to say, oh, it's so nice, huh? You're so happening now, huh? Successful, huh? I'm like, yeah, it looks nice. But any successful person who tells you it's all glamorous and great, they're lying also. I think with every speaker who stands here today to talk to you, every single successful person will have gone through like a lot of hardship. And I just have to say, like, even though I had to stop eating at nice restaurants for a while, and you know, just it was worth it. Every single minute was worth it. But I'm not done with the journey. It's still a long way to come. And of course, the highlight of last year was my song getting chosen by Penang Global Tourism to be featured in the ad with Datuk Jimmy Choo. So, like, it seemed as if life really blessed me. You know, things were going on really, really great. And soon enough, I got nominated for an award. It's an award for independent musicians in Singapore, Malaysia, Indonesia, and Brunei. And I was nominated in 6 categories. So I was like, whoa, nice. And everyone started like, whoa, congratulations. I was like, yeah. And then, you know, the funny thing is once you hit a little bit of success, it sometimes gets to your head, right? So I have to humbly admit to you, it got to my head. And then I started hanging out with some friends, and they would say, oh, you know, the other singer in your same category, they're so bad, you know, when they sing, they're like, and I would listen to them and start believing what they said. Now, I started to think that, oh, you know, hey, I'm the shit, you know. And funny enough, when the award were announced, I didn't win a single one. Yeah. So I was nominated in 6 categories, and I didn't win a single one. So I was standing there and thinking like, good lah, good. Yeah. If your head grows bigger, this is what's going to happen, right? But they had a surprise category, and it was called Song of the Year. And that was a secret nomination where they didn't tell you who got nominated, and Sony Music Malaysia would pick the winner because the person who won this prize would get a one-song deal with Sony. So I won that one, and I think this was a really, really great lesson for me. You know, in allowing myself to think that I was in any way better than anyone else, it's like I'm not making music for the right reasons anymore. You know, it was again like an ego thing. So I'm pretty sure all of us will reach this step in our journeys, and I'm just really glad that it happened with VIMA, where it's relatively small scale, and I have the chance to recover from it and make sure I don't make that same mistake again. And then I got nominated again for an USA-based awards. It's also for indie musicians, and I was nominated in this category called Cabaret. I didn't win the main award, but I won the Fan Choice Award. But by that time, I was like, you know, really chill already, thinking, oh, you know, everyone's songs are great, really. I'm just happy that I got nominated. And yeah, so it really brings back to the message, like this was one of the most important things that I had to learn. Creativity, gratitude, and bountifulness go hand in hand. Like, here I am, I have something that I want to express, something creative that I want to put out there, but it doesn't mean anything if I don't have gratitude. If I just went on the whole journey of thinking I'm the shit, right? Like, seriously, I would not have gotten anywhere. And when you have creativity and gratitude together, then bountifulness comes naturally, without you even, you know, putting any limits and any direction to where they want to go. So I hope like this quote might inspire you the same way it inspires me, and it reminds me all the time that no matter what happens in life, gratitude is so important. Because when you have gratitude in your heart, like when you're grateful, there's no space for fear, there's no space for pride, there's no space for anything negative to be there. And if you fill yourself with gratitude every day for things that are happening in your life, I think it would give us the courage to make that one step further each day, and then it will take us really, really far. So right now I'm working on a couple of projects. One of them is called a crib concert, where I actually have concerts in people's houses, and they invite their friends over, we have a good time, and I stream it online at the same time. So when I started this project, again, you know, like fear, it never goes away. You might win one fight one day, the next day you either have to fight it all over again or fight it some other new way. So I was like, oh, how am I going to pay the musicians? How am I going to pay the crew? You know, how am I going to get this going? Would anyone watch? Fear is good to a certain extent because it makes you stop and think like what you have to do to make it successful. But it should be like it's like fire, you know? It's useful, but when it gets too big, it just kills everything else. So if you can, like, let your fears guide you to make the right decisions, but come back to love all the time. And in the end, I was like, you know what? I'm just going to do it. And I did, and I started talking to people, and Julie's Biscuits, they came in with sponsorship for 3 months, and I've managed to get this going for a while. And again, everyone who has participated in Thing has been doing it for love. I don't pay them market rate, cannot afford to. And this next one is the Penang Is project. I think some of you, when you came in, you might have seen this little thing out the door. So it's for my next music video. And I literally got this idea at 6 a.m. in the morning. I couldn't sleep. I got up and was like, oh my God, this is a great idea. So I sat out and typed out, I started sending everything, you know, I sent a proposal to Penang-born Tourism, I emailed Lim Guan Eng, I said, will you be in my project? And, you know, it's just like, after I did that, then I said, oh, what did you do? Can I pull this off? I don't know, I still don't know, but you just have to go for it and see what happens. And of course, you know, I'm speaking here today. This is a great, great thing. I mean, who doesn't love TED? We all love TED, right? And again, like when I started doing this little project, I was going like, whoa, I have to impress people. You know what my title was going to be? It was called The Eternal Battle, Love versus Fear. Yeah. Luckily, I came to my senses and decided no. And I get to play in the main stage of Penang Island Jazz Fest this year, and that is something really, really exciting as well. So I guess what I'm trying to say is, if you want to pursue something that you really love, you will have to make a lot of sacrifices. It's never easy. Anything that's worth it is not easy. And number two, you might have to really get to know yourself, and some parts of yourself might not be nice. You know, I got to realize that I maybe wasn't as humble as I thought I was. So, and constantly, it's always a fight between fear and love, every single second of the day. Every decision. I'm not going to lie and sugarcoat and tell you, oh, you know, if you have a dream, just do it. It'll be great. But I don't want to do that. I just want to tell you the honest truth that it's not going to be easy. But if you really, 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 really are doing it for love, it will be worth it. So I have just a little bit of time left. I was wondering, would you like to sing a song with me? Okay. While Roy is setting up the tech stuff, I'm just going to share a little bit about the song with you. It's called The Hard Way. And I wrote this song when I was lying in my house in Penang under the ceiling fan and just thinking, like, how do I want to live life and how can I share love with everyone through music? And I think this song really captures it all. But you have to sing along, okay? No, seriously, if you don't want to sing along, I'm just going to say bye. Deal? All right. Okay. Hello? Okay. Yeah. With a little smile, sunbeams touch my heart. With a little heart, my mask breaks apart. With a little faith, all my doubts are swept away. So let's do life the hard way. With a small hello, all my walls come tumbling down. With a little laugh, troubles just turn around. With some soul to soul, lasting friendships are made. So let's do life the hard way. Shoo-be-doo-ba-ba, share the love. Shoo-be-doo-ba-ba, share the love. Shoo-be-doo-ba-ba, share the love. So let's do life the hard way. The hard way. It don't matter if you're desi or susutare. No, 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 no. It don't matter if you're kopi o or cafe au lait. At the end of the day, we are really all the same. So let's do life the hard way. Shoo-be-doo-ba-ba, share the love. Shoo-be-doo-ba-ba, share the love. Shoo-be-doo-ba-ba, share So it's just these 4 notes, and it goes like this. Shoo-be-doo-ba-ba, 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 shoo-be-doo-ba-ba. Thank you, I'm Bihzhu, and have a nice day.